Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Shiny Show. So, slightly different lighting because one of my warmers has a different color light bulb in it. So kind of fallish lighting a little bit. At least for right now, that's what the lighting is. Anyway, that's not the point. As you can tell from the title and thumbnail of this video, I am finally watching season 3 of Hilda. Hilda has been a comfort show of mine for the past couple of years, and I absolutely love it. But I have not watched season 3 yet. I've watched the movie. I love it all. There are definitely parts of it where I'm like, not necessarily that the story writing is bad, but it's more like I wish the characters did something differently, but it works for that specific episode or that character's arc. I have watched episode 1 of season 3 at least. We're gonna watch season 3 from episode 1 to episode 8. And I'm really happy about this because it's about time I got to this, and fall, autumn is perfect time for this. So as the first video of November, Hilda. I'm gonna try to not have too much of the sound playing or like too much of me recording and the sound in the background, but I will try to have as in the moment reactions as possible. And again, I have watched episode 1. I remember like 80% of it, which is why I'm rewatching it. I'm really happy to finally be watching season 3. It's like her great aunts, I think. So what I just thought of was the fact that there was that Hilda's Creatures app, and I missed that. I think the copyright ran out. I'm pretty sure the copyright ran out, but I missed that. I missed that game. And it's so nice seeing them like older, you know? Like I remember thinking this when I first watched episode 1. It's so sweet seeing them older and seeing them a little bit more grown up, you know? And just enjoying that. Also, kind of sad-ish note, this is already getting like holes, and I think it's more so a combination of like there's this big hole here, there's another one I saw there, and there's this one. I think it's a combination of the yarn. The mandala yarn from Joann's was probably not the best to use, so a combination of the yarn, but I would say that's like 40%, and then 60% of it, the majority of it, is just like the weight of it and like the way it hangs, you know? So at least for my next one, I kind of know I have to figure out a better way of hanging this and like storing it. And also this weight in comparison to the mandala yarn, probably not the best choice, but it is what it is. So I took down my setup for recording, so we're going handheld here. I just finished episode 1 as expected and as remembered. I really enjoyed it, so I'm happy about that. Also sorry for the slight shake. I'm gonna move on to episode 2, and like with most of my react videos, it's only gonna be like episode 1. I might do a react to episode 8 as well, like kind of near the end. Spoiler free react. I might do it to episode 8 as well to kind of just catch the tail end and create a little bit more content here. I might also do something in the middle as well, we'll see, and it depends on if I remember to set up stuff and pull out the camera and record. But yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season. You know, I am kind of slightly disappointed that Hilda knew her dad. Because, like, I think for me, like, kind of what I was expecting, especially after all 3 seasons and seeing and watching, especially season 2, where you see a young Hilda, a younger Hilda. Like, I think there was a part of me that was expecting Hilda to, like, not know her dad, but, like, to have known about her dad, but not know him, you know? But, like, I don't know. Like, I can't say that I know I'll enjoy this episode, but at the same time, it's just, like, I kind of wish she didn't know her dad. Like I was saying, like, that she knew about her dad, that her mom had told her about her dad, but that Hilda didn't meet her dad, especially because they were out in the wilderness for so long. Anyway, it is what it is. So something I am kind of enjoying, maybe it's just because I don't really like that little plot point where it's like she knew her dad, but something I am kind of enjoying is that Joanna is just, like, a little bit terse with him, you know, a little bit short with him, but, like, I'm sure he's a good well, maybe I shouldn't have read the description. But I think because the description says she joins him on a mysterious errand to the castle ruins on behalf of a shady man, I think that's where I'm like, I'm a little bit suspicious of Hilda's dad. So, anyway. Okay. I guess I'm reacting a little bit more to episode 5. But, I love David and Frida in this scene. The way they're roasting Hilda's dad, I love it. And Hilda's just, like, quiet, but then she's like, shit. David and Frida are on point here.
Picture the tragic accident.
Sorry. Your exact whereabouts never came up.
Okay, so I did have a little bit of a misconception. And I thought that he had come to Trollberg on a job / to visit Hilda. But he gets a job while in Trollberg for this shady guy. And obviously everyone doesn't like him, so. Still, I'm a little bit less suspicious, but at the same time, a little bit suspicious. It's almost like the scene from Puss in Boots' Last Wish, where Kitty's like, no one's that nice and no one's that stupid. That's kind of like, not that he's stupid, not that Hilda's dad is stupid, but it's just like, nobody's that carefree. Well, there are people that are that carefree, but it's like, there's something that's, like, giving me, I don't know. Yeah. There's something that's giving me vibes about, there's something that's giving me not so great vibes about Hilda's dad. Also, now that I think about it, like, the thing is at the beginning of the episode where you first see Hilda's dad, like, the captain asks him, like, why are you off to Trollberg? And he says to find her, and it's a picture of baby Hilda. And it's like, there's a part of me that's like, if he had known Hilda, I would think he would have a picture of a slightly older Hilda, you know, rather than baby Hilda. Again, like, nothing against a dad having baby pictures of his kid or kids, but, like, I would think he would have, like, that. I think that also gave me the misconception that they didn't know each other, on top of, like, the whole season, like, not having on top of the whole show not having mentioned her dad until this point, that it's like, anyway. So I'm about to start episode 8, the final episode. I will say it feels kind of like, it almost feels like a cop-out to keep going back to Victoria, but I feel like I didn't say her name right. It feels like a cop-out to keep returning to Victoria Van Gale. Like, at the same time, I understand why. Excuse me. Because she is like an easy character to turn back on when shenanigans start happening that Hilda's not a part of initially. But at the same time, it just feels, like I said, like a bit of a cop-out, because it's like we keep falling back on Victoria, and it's like, if that's the case, then we can bring in other new characters, or not bring in other new characters, we can bring back other characters that we haven't seen as much, like the Nissa that was previously in Hilda's home and Jellybean. But that's not gonna happen, I guess. And you know, something else that I'm questioning, I mean, I guess it's going to be explained in this episode. How did Victoria... Okay, spoilers ahead, so if you don't want to watch this part, don't watch this part, because this is the final episode. So, spoilers. How did Victoria... I mean, I'm kind of not surprised she managed to get into the fairy realm, but at the same time, it's like, how? This is kind of like what I was saying, where it feels like... This is kind of like what I was saying, where it feels like a cop-out, because it's like, of course Victoria managed to get into the fairy realm. Like, it's going to be explained how, but it's like, of course she did. And it's like... It's one of those things where it's like, why does it always have to fall back onto Victoria Van Gale? And why can't she just be done and we just... think that she's in some far off place and not gonna cause mischief again, you know? But we're not gonna get that. Okay, so it makes sense why Hilda's hair is blue now, but at the same time, it's like, I still would have liked her dad to be the bookkeeper. That would have made more sense, but it is what it is. So okay, so finally finished season 3. I was getting a little bit warm in the sweater, so I took it off. I kind of feel like I still want more, you know, but at the same time, I'm really happy with the ending. Again, I feel like Victoria Van Gale was a little bit of a cop-out, but at the same time, I feel like it was a cop-out that worked well, you know, considering everything. Yeah, overall, like I expected, I really enjoyed this. I probably won't be able to watch the ending again, just because I can't watch endings. Once I've watched them, I cannot watch endings again. So when I rewatch it, I probably won't get past partway through season 3. I'll probably get like halfway through before I have to start over. So I highly recommend watching Hilda if you haven't already, and finishing season 3 if you haven't already. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.